I am live. So if you have any questions or comments, now's the time. So let me tell you a little bit about my background. I grew up in New York on Long Island, so I'm a New York kid. Went to school in the Midwest and moved to Michigan in 1990 and had a house in Michigan and decided to start over. And that's where I got my title from, Rick Starting Over. So I sold my house and got into van life. And that's what I've been doing for the last 4 months. And it's been great. So, yeah, that's my background. And so we're waiting here. I think the live stream starts at 8. So I'm a little early. Let me see here. What time is it now?
It's 55.
7:55. Okay. So yeah, it's been quite a journey, and I'm sure some of you are wondering why I'm off the road and why I'm not doing van dwelling at the present time. While I was doing the van life and posting videos, someone was emailing me, and that was Lucy. And we emailed for quite a while. And next thing you know, here I am, and I'm at Lucy's place. So it's been a great experience, and it's been an unusual experience. I would never have thought that I would meet someone via YouTube. And I know I posted some videos. I posted some videos about how lonely I was. And, I mean, I had no idea that I would meet someone based on not just the lonely videos, but, I think she was watching my videos and she would comment on my videos. And initially, I didn't know who she was. I didn't know who she was. She was the philosopher. So I didn't know who the philosopher was. I had no idea. But, after a while, we eventually got in touch. And we're in a relationship, and it's been great. So, for those of you out there who doubt you can meet someone on the internet, I'm here to tell you that it is possible. It can happen. So everyone I tell this story to is, kind of amazed. So again, this is my first live stream, so doing my best here. This is all new to me. So, I'm sort of winging it here. But, yeah, so are we at 8 o'clock yet?
Almost.
Almost 8 o'clock, okay.
Someone is saying hi from Alberta, Canada.
Oh, hi there. Is that CR Variety Channel?
Yeah.
Yeah, hi there. Thanks for joining me. You have a question or a comment? Yeah, if anyone wants to ask any questions or make a comment, I'd be glad to, to read them. So, anyway, so yeah, so the internet, well, I mean, I'm not the only person to meet somebody online, but, you can go from, oh, I'm so lonely videos to actually meeting someone. So it's a great thing. I also had a question earlier, I think yesterday, about, I use this powdered creamer in my coffee and I mix it with water, and it sounds a little strange. Oh, hi, Rick. Yeah, this 59 years young. Yeah, that is young. But anyway, I know some people think it's a little strange. Why would you be using creamer and putting water in it? And it's because milk has a lot of sugar in it. It has like 12 grams of sugar. And that's per serving. That's like per 8-ounce serving. Now, this powdered sugar has like 10 calories per serving and zero sugar. So for me, it's a much better option, and it cuts the calories and cuts the sugar. So, well, you're laughing. At least you think I'm funny, huh? That's good. Yeah. So let's see here. All right. So let me tell you a little bit more about my van. Okay, since I spent most of the time, most of the past 5 months in my van. I have a Honda Odyssey van. It's 2013, and it's been great. It's really been great. So my experience with a vehicle has been a van, but really you can use any vehicle, for van dwelling or car dwelling. Lucy is working on her Civic. She's got a Honda Civic, and we're working on getting that fitted for a bed in there, so it can be more comfortable for her doing some car living. So yeah, so I have a Honda Odyssey, and I think it had like 173,000 miles on it, but it runs good. And yeah, so I basically drove from Michigan out to South Dakota and got my license and registration and insurance in South Dakota. And I went over, I did some videos on how to get that done. But anyway, I went from Michigan to South Dakota, and then I went south to Arizona, and eventually ended up in Havasu City, and stayed there for a while. And then I went to Quartzsite. I figured, let me check out Quartzsite, because Quartzsite is like the nirvana for van dwellers and car livers. And fell in love with the Southwest. I mean, the Southwest is just beautiful. I mean, around every corner, it's just beautiful. So yeah, so that's a little history. Oh yeah, the van. I have a memory foam mattress topper that I use for sleeping, and that's been great. Yeah, so it's just been a great experience. I was not happy being in a house anymore. Sold my house, and I haven't looked back. It was a good decision, and if I had it to do over, I would do it again. Tyler Burton, welcome. I love all of your videos and your hats, but do you happen to have a favorite hat? I think that's a great question. I think now my favorite hat is the Get Your Kicks on Route 66 hat. Route 66 is like a cult for people. It's like you say Route 66 and everybody knows what you're talking about. But Route 66 is a cool place. And I actually had a goal of getting a souvenir on Route 66, and the hat is my souvenir. So yeah, it's a great question. Definitely the Route 66 hat. Yeah, I kind of like hats. But the thing is, you buy hats, you buy shirts, you buy clothes. When you're doing this van life and car living, you don't have room for stuff. That's the problem. Where do I hang my hats? I don't know where to hang them. Yeah, Route 66 is my favorite, right? That's right. I appreciate the question. Great. Yeah, I kind of like this. This is my first live stream. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. So let's see. I have, I'm in Canada now. I'm in Montreal now. So I got a couple of, I got a Canada hat. And do I have a moose hat? Is there a moose on one of my hats? Oh, I have a moose shirt, yeah. So I like to get these little souvenirs, when the time is right and the price is right. Alex Berry. Hey, Rick. Love the videos. Do you have a favorite recipe to make while out on the road? Oh, wow. Let's see. What do I like to make? I'm not much of a cook. I like preparing things. I'm sort of, you know, the lazy man's way to do things. So I think what I like to make sandwiches, right? I like to make sandwiches. I like to get a nice bread, maybe some cold cuts and mayonnaise and mustard and that kind of stuff. But I also like cereal. I know these aren't great great recipes. These are like, you know, but I like cereal. Um, on the road. I do eat some fast food. I probably eat too much fast food. I know people have commented on, the fact that originally I was eating too many donuts and hot dogs, but I still do. I still like that stuff. But fortunately, lately, I don't have much of a weight problem. But still, I need to watch the sugar and I need to watch the calories. So. Can't go wrong with cereal. That's what I say. Yeah, you can't go wrong with cereal, and it doesn't need to be refrigerated, right? So you can eat that anywhere. Um, as a matter of fact, we just got some stevia. Stevia is supposed to be good for you, right? Better than sugar, better than those other sugar substitutes. So yeah, I'm trying to think what else I used to make. What else did I used to make?
Oh, I don't
Uh,
remember.
yeah, I did some food reviews on. I love Raisin Bran. Me too. Me too. Raisins are kind of high in sugar, but I like them. I do like them. RSVP, what up? What up? How's it going there? Yeah, so this has so far been a great experience. This is my first live stream. And I was a little nervous about it. This is kind of worldwide, right? I mean, it's YouTube here in America, but it's also worldwide. So yeah, there's a little bit to get nervous about, but I'm fine now. Yeah, so I took off. Well, let me tell you this: I took off from Michigan in this old van. I mean, this van was falling apart, you know, and I barely got out to South Dakota. I needed to get towed to South Dakota, and so immediately when I get there, my van is falling apart. So I had to get another van. So I spent more than I wanted to on another van, but I'm glad I did because this Honda Odyssey has been great. I'd recommend it. Andrew, welcome. What's that a picture of there? A little blue thing. I don't know. Okay. Okay, but welcome. Any tattoos? No, no tattoos. No, no. If not, would you ever get on to commemorate your van life experience? That's a great question. Oh, get one to commemorate. Okay. Boy, that's a great question. I just never, I don't know why I've never been into tattoos, I never have, but, you know, I might do that. I mean, I might do a tattoo to commemorate my van experience. Why not? What would you suggest? You have any suggestions, Alex? Because I don't know what I'd do. I've just never, thought about tattoos. Why, do you have any tattoos? Yeah, I've just never thought of it. Um, I'd love to see the Honda Odyssey next to the Route 66 sign. Yeah, I thought about that. Yeah, I thought about doing that. I make a lot of mistakes. I should have done that. I should have done that. I think I was thinking of doing that. There's a sign you can stand in front of and people take pictures. And I remember looking at that and thinking, oh, that'd be nice. But no, that's a good idea. I should have done that. I should have done that. I do not, but I'm afraid of needles. Yeah, that's a good reason not to get a tattoo. Yeah, I wonder. I wonder how painful it is to get a tattoo. Anybody know how painful that is? Because it seems like every time you see somebody getting a tattoo, they're in pain. I like to stay away from pain. So, yeah. Um, yeah, so we did a little bit of traveling on Route 66. It's an iconic place. And, I kind of like the souvenir, the tacky souvenir places, where you can get cheap souvenirs. I kind of like those places because, you can get something good for not so much money. A lot of the museums and the touristy stuff, I mean the sightseeing stuff, is pretty expensive. That's pretty expensive. So yeah. Oh, went to the Cadillac Ranch. Is that what it's called? Cadillac Ranch. Yeah, if you're not familiar with the Cadillac Ranch, I think it's about 10 Cadillacs that were just put in the ground. And, people just flock from all over to see these Cadillacs in the ground. But they've been stripped so bare that you can't even recognize them as cars anymore. But the people keep coming. They keep coming to look at it. So we went to see that. And that's definitely a one-timer. I don't even know if I'd recommend that to anybody. They sell spray can spray paint there. They figure the people started spraying the cars, so why not make some money on it, right? So are you two traveling in Canada? We will be doing a short trip pretty soon. Pretty soon. We're getting Lucy's Honda Civic set up with a bed and toilet and stuff like that. So yeah, we're going to be van life and car life is definitely not over. It's just beginning. Just beginning. So yeah, since it's spring, that's right. Yeah. So we came up here, I'd say about a month ago, and Montreal is still cold. It's still cold here. So I'm thinking the right time to come up from the Southwest is probably May. Yeah, probably May. Let's see. I don't think tattoos are painful. I have 5 and want more. Okay, so what does it feel like though? I mean, if it's not painful, why are people cringing all the time and yelling out all the time like it's painful? You have 5 big ones or little ones? Tattoos. I got halfway through my first tattoo and had to stop. That would be me. Yeah, that would be me. But it's too late. You get halfway through. It's like swimming. It's like swimming the English Channel and getting halfway. It doesn't pay to swim back. You might as well keep going. Oh boy. Yeah. Yeah. That's interesting. I'm thinking about what I should. Maybe a tattoo of a van. That might be cool. Tattoo of a van? Yeah. Thanks, Andrew. Yeah, this is kind of a cool setup. I'm doing this on my phone, and it's interesting how they do it. Yeah, the chat comes below. It's really great. Really great. Hey, Rick, since it's almost summer, can you list your top 5 summer road trip destinations? Wow, that's a good question, but I haven't been that many places where I could recommend 5 places, I don't think. I can tell you one thing. The Southwest is just beautiful. Just beautiful. Arizona, Nevada, New Mexico. I've seen a little bit of Utah, but the Southwest is absolutely beautiful. The weather's great. Lots of BLM land, and for people who don't know what BLM land is, it's Bureau of Land Management, and it's owned by the government, and you're allowed to camp there. There are limits of time, and you have to be clean and all that. But yeah, it's basically free camping, and it's just great. There is one location, the Valley of Fire in, is that New Mexico?
It's in Nevada.
Oh, Nevada, okay. The Valley of Fire is just beautiful, and the BLM camping just outside of the Valley of Fire is spectacular, just great. So that's one of my favorite destinations. Quartzsite, I'd recommend Quartzsite. When I first got to Quartzsite is wow. I mean, you get into Quartzsite, it's like unlike any other city you've ever seen. I mean, it's very friendly to van dwellers and truckers and car living people. And you see all kinds of them. and it's just a great place to be. So I'd say Quartzsite would be another destination. I would say also stop and see your relatives that you haven't seen in a long time. That's a good idea. I think that'd be a good destination. Mine are all small. Okay, we're on tattoos here. Mine are all small and the color faded, and I got them all redone, recolored again a second time. Oh, wow. So you went through the pain a second time. So why do they fade? I thought they're not supposed to fade. I guess they fade over time like anything else. Yes, I think a van tattoo, maybe a little one, might be pretty cool. Yeah, I like that idea. Okay, so Quartzsite is the second place. Visit some relatives. I would recommend that. You know, I visited some relatives I hadn't seen in a long time, and that's a nice destination to have. Make you feel good. A fourth one, I would say they all have to do with BLM land because that is the essence of living in your van or living in your car and being self-sufficient as you can possibly be. You know, on BLM land, you get absolutely nothing. All you get is the free camping. There's no water. Most of the time, there's no wood for a fire. You know, you're out there by yourself, so it's challenging. I think some people have low pain tolerance, so it's painful for them. Varies for each person. I agree with that. That sounds reasonable. Do you watch any other van life YouTubers? Well, you know, before I got into this, I was probably like most of you. I watched hundreds of van life and car living videos, and that was the inspiration, you know, the initial inspiration for, you know, I can do this. I remember sitting on my couch and saying, I could do that. I can do that. If they can do that, I can do that, right? So I would say I like the cat lady, you know. I like her a lot. I like Inspirational Nomad. I like a lot. Smart guy. And let me see. What else? Am I forgetting?
No,
I just...
Chrome, you don't watch him.
Well, no, not anymore. Not too much. But most of my the watching of those videos was prior to me getting into this. I'm so busy and so obsessed with trying to get this right that I don't have time for most of those half-hour long videos, although a lot of these people are just great, you know, really beautiful videos. But yeah, I would say those two I have in my favorites, and I really enjoy them. I mean, the cat lady is just great. And yeah, I like her cat too. I like watching her cat. So let's see. I love Arizona, Quartzsite and Lake Havasu. Yeah. I haven't talked much about Lake Havasu. Lake Havasu is different. You know, initially when you go to Lake Havasu, it almost seems like it's a totally upscale town. You know, that it would be too upscale for a van dweller or a car liver. But actually, they have some nice features to that town. They have some parks, and they have a lot of affordable stores. And that town is very easy to navigate. Let me just take a sip here. Ever seen Steve Wallace's channel? He's from Canada as well, and he stealth camps around Canada in places like a McDonald's drive-through and in the middle of a traffic circle. Yeah, I've seen him. He is just awesome. He is incredible. The courage that guy has is just unbelievable. Yeah, I've watched his videos. Yeah, I really enjoy him. Lots of courage, lots of guts. And I admire that. Yeah, so basically, to get ramped up to get into van life, I watched, you know, hundreds of videos. And basically, they gave me the confidence. You know, you watch enough people, you see people that, you know, are kind of like you know, and you say, well, if they can do it, I can do it. So, Yeah, it's very important to watch lots of videos on YouTube, including mine. Okay. Yeah, so I'm trying to think of a fourth destination here that I really liked. Let's see. I don't know. I think that's about it. Like I said, I haven't done that much traveling. It may seem like I have, but this is a big country, and now I'm in Canada. I'm staying in Canada for a while, and this is a huge country. So okay. Let's see here. Camps around Canada in places. Let's see. Favorite month. Favorite month. That's actually a good question. I kind of like September. The weather in September is kind of perfect. It's still warm enough, but it's changing a little bit. And I kind of like September. That's a good question. Conquer you. Glad to see you. Glad to see you. Was van life easier or harder than you thought it would be? Oh, that's an easy one. That's an easy one. So much harder. So much harder. The night before I left my house, I went in the garage and I slept in my van. And I had a good night's sleep, and I said to myself, wow, this is easy. That was just the beginning. That was nothing. That was nothing. So expect lots of problems. Expect problems with eating, going to the bathroom. What else? Washing your clothes. Just everything. Food is an issue. You're going to find out that you're eating a lot more fast food because you just don't feel like cooking, and you don't know what to buy. You don't know how many pans to buy. You don't know. And taking a shower. You take it for granted, but all of a sudden you're looking into a Planet Fitness membership and these sprinkler systems that run on the USB and all this stuff. I mean, it's much harder. Much harder. Expect lots of problems, but I think someone in the comments said solving the problems is the best part of van life, and that might be true. Maybe just embrace the situation of everything goes wrong. So yes, that's my answer. I'm glad to see you. I think you mean live here in Massachusetts. That's funny. Yeah, glad to see you. Glad to see you. Thanks for viewing. Oh, thank you, Conquer You. Love your videos. Keep up the good work. Thank you. I really appreciate your encouragement and your support. Thank you. It's nice. It's nice to see the words on the Conquer You. Yep. I love September too. Yeah, September's just a great month. Feels good. It's like, I don't know, maybe 75, something like that. And, yeah. So, what other place that I really like, that I would go back to?
Near Yuma, the BLM near Yuma, you talk about?
Oh, yeah. There's a BLM, right, near Yuma, Arizona, and the California border. There's some BLM land that's just beautiful and real easy to get to. And, there's so much space there, and you get to see the sunrise and set. And yeah, that's just great. It's right outside of Yuma in California. Great BLM land there. Got to go. Keep it up, Rick. See you soon. Thank you, Alex. Thank you very much. Yeah. So, yeah, this format is just great. I like this. And it's great on the phone. Yeah, it's all there. Yeah, so I was talking about my van a little bit. And the thing about living in a van or living in a car is you have this limited space, right? And I happen to like a limited space. When I was in my house, I used basically the living room and the kitchen. I could have been in a 300 square foot house and been happy. So, but that's me. But getting used to an apartment, from an apartment or a house, and living in a vehicle is a big challenge because you basically can't have anything. All you can have are little things or collapsible things. You can't have any big things. And for some people, they can't live like that. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. But, maybe you used to go to garage sales all the time and, bring the stuff home to your house. You can't do that anymore. You go to a garage sale, you can't buy anything. So anyway, let's see here. Okay. All right. So, I went to the Southwest, and Lucy met me, drove across the country by herself. She drove across the country by herself. And it takes a lot of guts. And we met up, and then we van dwelled and Carl lived together up to the border and crossed the border, and I'm here in Canada now. So so that's how that worked. But my experience here in Canada has been great so far. I had a lousy experience at the border. I did a video on that. So I'll be ready this time. Because I don't know. You never know what's going to happen at the border when you cross it. So I did a video on that, and that's enough said about that. So I've been asked, you're off the road now. I'm not really off the road now. We're going to be out doing the van life and some car living, and we'll be back in the Southwest. I guess, September? Yeah, around September. And to enjoy the great weather down there. Let's see, we got any other questions here? All right, so let's see, we're going on a half hour already here. I'll wait a little bit, maybe some people join us soon. But I think a half hour is pretty good for a first live stream, right? Yeah, it's pretty good. All right, so I don't even know what button to click to stop the live stream. I'll probably be on here all night. I'll be here all night. We can talk all night, and I'll just get a snack every once in a while. Well, sounds like a good plan. The Southwest is beautiful. Are you going to live stream again? Yes, I'm going to live stream again. I'm enjoying this. That's a good question. Yeah, I didn't know anything about live streaming or, any of this stuff. So I want to give a shout out to YouTube for making it pretty easy to do this. It's a really incredible thing. It really is an incredible thing. But I'm going to live stream again. Who knows? Maybe next week. I don't know. Enjoyed this. So did I. I appreciate it. Thank you, Mark.
I think it will be there. So.
Okay.
When you're ready.
Yeah. It's been great. I thought it maybe would last 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I didn't know. So if I can figure out how to end this, I'll end it at some point. Otherwise, I'll just be here all night. It'll be fine. Okay. All right. Okay, so maybe it's time to wind it up here. This is Rick starting over. It's been great. This has been my first live stream. So till next time.